All right. It was just a matter of time. But what I have here, what I'm holding in my hands, ladies and gentlemen, is the most exciting, the most anticipated US Mint release of 2023. And I'm going to share it with you. Unfortunately, it's this product right here that essentially the Mint has made fools of us. And I'm going to tell you why here in a moment. We're going to open this up from my earliest knowledge from other creators. This is by far the most gorgeous set of coins that you're going to lay eyes on. And it's just a damn shame about what the US Mint is going to be doing about this. So stay tuned. Okay, here we go, guys. The most indiscriminate U.S. Mint packaging shipping container that you can imagine. It's got my order number on there, but yeah, let's go ahead and open this up. Let's see what's in there. There's the U.S. Mint Fulfillment Center address. It's got my first name on there as well. Just to let you guys know that I am a legitimate human being opening up this product and not AI wannabe software or anything like that. But anyways, yeah, I'm excited about this product. But it comes with a little bit of a bitter, sad end to it all. Let me see here. There's my invoice. I'm going to pull this aside. It's got my address. But here we go. This is, ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying, it comes with a little bit of a bitter, bad news through it all. We have here the 2023 Morgan and Peace Dollar Reverse Proof 2-coin set. Oh my gosh. All right, let's do it. Let's open it up. Of course, it's got the product packaging that we're all used to. Not the highest grade stuff from what I've seen, but it'll work for this. All right, here we go. We're going to do the good old, let's see, we do have a certificate in there. Let's go ahead and slide that out. So the COA in there on this kind of like resume style cardstock. Material looks very nice. It works. These are limited to 250,000 sets. And as of this video, believe it or not, there are actually some still available for purchase. I haven't looked here in the last 24 hours, but from what I do know, these things are still available. And that's a crying shame. And so there are a few of us that know why it is still available, because these were originally unavailable through the U.S. Mint's subscription program. And it wasn't until within the last few weeks before the U.S. Mint had finally charged credit cards and debit cards, did a lot of people kind of like scale back on their ordering. You could order up to 5 sets. And yeah, we'll get into that here in a little bit. Again, very, very, very bitter topic of conversation to follow. Well, there's supposed to be a coin in there. We see it right there. Reverse proof. Okay. All right. Well, not what I was expecting. I was expecting both coins to be upright in the thing, like they didn't give a care. Because obviously, they just kind of threw that one in there, or either that or it fell out. It was stuck in there, that's for sure. But that is a mighty pretty coin. Right there. So the areas, we've seen the regular proof examples where the devices are frosted with the cameo, and the fields are mirrored and chromed out like this one, only in reverse. Very pretty. There is indeed a mint mark on there. There's a little tiny S mint right in the exact spot where they should be. But that is beauty, folks. That is a stunner, no doubt about it. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this next one here. Yep. It looks very exclusive when I see this. Very, very pretty. Very awesome presentation. Great craftsmanship. I have no doubt in my mind that the US Mint knows how to produce really stunning reverse proof coins. All throughout the years, it never ceases to amaze me just how different this looks on any coin. We've seen it on Roosevelt dimes, we've seen them on Kennedy half dollars, we've seen them on silver eagles, and the sort. And then now we have them on the Morgan and Peace dollar. All right, well, I'm impressed. I'm impressed for sure. Now let's go ahead and correctly put these back here. Let's go put this here. Yeah, all for $185, which is not cheap. That is not cheap, ladies and gentlemen. That's quite expensive. Here's our other set. Just for, to be a completionist here, we are going to look at both sets. Just make sure I'm not missing any sort of like mint error or anything dramatic like that. The likelihood that is going to occur, is going to be quite slim, but you always want to double check all your coins. Grab a magnifier, a jeweler's loop, whatever you have. Take a close look at everything. Make sure that is to your liking, because of course you could still send these back if it's a quality control issue where the coin is damaged or scratched and not necessarily a mint error. Okay, impressive. Looks good. The missus is definitely getting one of these sets. She's a little bit under the weather, so I'm going to surprise her with one of those. Just go ahead and do this like this. Okay, so here's what I wanted to talk about, and it's not the greatest of news. It probably comes as no surprise to a lot of folks who are aware of this. The news was made public, I would say a few months ago. But guys, this is not exclusive to 2023. This is not a one-shot affair. They have announced that they are going to release this same 2-coin reverse proof set in 2024 and beyond. Now, the U.S. Mint certainly did not lie to us, but this is just as bad. All right? Waiting this long to tell us, long after this product had gone unavailable through the subscription service, and then we're just going to assume that all 250,000 sets were essentially spoken for, right? Like this was the best thing coming this year. The mintage is just right. It wasn't too low. It wasn't too high. It was just right. We're talking like a groundbreaking look and appearance to these coins that does not rival a lot of other coins there of the same type. And they made the announcement that they're going to produce the same thing next year. So what does that do? That essentially kills the collectability of these coins from what is a value standpoint. Okay, now before some of you start throwing rocks at the glass wall, all right, and saying what you need to say, because there's going to be a fair number of you like, just collect the damn things, and who cares about that, or who cares about whatever the value is here. We don't want to see any more of these flipping type of scenarios. And I'm not talking about that, right? I'm not talking about killing the value of these things, because they are always going to be worth pretty close to what the issue price is, okay? But the whole allure of the program was to offer something different, unique, something that will excite collectors, and it's something that could possibly have some long-term growth to it. But if they're going to be doing this every other year beyond 2023, that's going to make this no special than a reverse proof Silver Eagle, which they produce every year. And they're barely worth any money above what their issue price is. You know, I don't know what the deal is at the U.S. Mint and their board of directors to think that this is okay. Because up to this point, it's been pretty much just a crap year of U.S. Mint releases. The proof in Morgan dollars has certainly been kind of like that beacon of light. The armed forces metals, the 1 ounce, the 5 ounce, and all the other one, the 2 ounce, and all the other ones that they release with the Navy, the Marines, and all that has been phenomenal. But they do those every year. And you guys know that they announced for 2024 the flowing hair dollar design coming back. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They're going to ruin that too, because they're going to put it on its own standalone metal. Originally, they were going to put it part as the American Women's Series or American Liberty Series proposal, but decided to pull back from that because that particular program for next year is geared toward newer renditions of Lady Liberty. So they didn't want to water down the design of the flowing hair design that was made popular at the onset of U.S. coinage production. So, what is going to happen? People are going to love that. Okay, they're not going to initially announce that they're going to repeat the flowing hair design on a metal for many years to come, up until it's sold out, or because they love doing the pre-sale thing now. And they're just going to stand still with it. And I'm willing to bet you, by golly, that they are going to see the success of the flowing hair metal design, and they're going to say, you know what, we could do this again every other year. Or this gives us permission to go out and borrow Robert Scott's drape bust design, which is an equally wildly popular design as well, and we're going to go ahead and do one on that as well, the metal. And they're going to continue to bring back designs from the dead when they know damn well that they have the opportunity and the capability to make their own designs. To make their own designs that are relevant, that are beautiful, that are classic and amazing. But they don't want to do that. They want to throw something out there that identifies as kind of like a quick Band-Aid type of, well, let's make all the money that we can right now off of these, because it's a design that's in our database and we could just go ahead and use it, because, trying to go out there and do a design competition with regular folks like you and I that have artistic quality and a background in education, like, we can't trust these people to give us a design right away, or maybe the designs that these folks are putting in front of us are too now, which, that's kind of like where the American Liberty design series of upcoming commemoratives or whatever they are is going to be geared towards. But there's going to be proponents and antagonists of that series, because there's going to be designs that don't fit the mold to a greater audience. All right. And then to make matters worse, like, if this announcement of a repeat of the reverse proof Morgan and Peace dollars was bad enough, in 2024, the U.S. Mint is going to be releasing a suite of Harriet Tubman commemorative coins. 7 or 8 from what I hear. Is that friggin' necessary to release so many different issues and all that stuff of that? Whereas before, they had done a clad $50, they did a silver dollar, and they did a gold. Why do they have to release 7 or 8 different iterations of Harriet Tubman? Not to mention the fact that there is still a lot of talk and planning about putting Harriet Tubman on the $10 bill. No, I'm not against Harriet Tubman and for what she, stood for in the development of this country. I am against the blatant just consumer usage of these likenesses for the U.S. Mint's game and just completely crushing the collectibles market for these coins. That's what I wanted to say. Because if someone's going to pay nearly $200 for this set, and then at first say, it's kind of like an exclusive thing, they didn't lie to us because they didn't say it was like going to be, at the onset, this is going to be a repeating pattern thing after 2023. But this is just as bad. To pull the wool from people's eyes like this, it's uncalled for, it's unnecessary. And quite honestly, this makes me want to stop collecting US Mint product. Because from this point forward, there's nothing unique that's going to come out of the US Mint. When all of the other worldwide mints are producing coins, metals, bars, and everything else, you name it, that have that special it factor. The US Mint doesn't have that. They have a hard time getting out of their own way with these designs, and they're going to milk the proverbial cow until it turns into a raisin. That's what I want to say. This whole thing kind of like, it shook me. It kind of made me upset. I needed to talk about it. It's a Mint, stop taking advantage of us like this. You keep raising the prices. You don't deliver on exclusivity. And things need to change. They need to change. If you're not going to throw out another circulation rarity like you did with the West Point quarters, some people dogged on Mr. David Ryder, for some of the things that happened up to the pandemic. But now I miss a lot of his philosophies about how it's all about the collector, making things exclusive. He was personally responsible for giving us the West Point Quarter program, which spurned a whole new set of new collectors that wanted to go out there and find these things all over the country. He's given us the V75 coinage, the Silver Eagles. He's given us the Pride of Two Nations, Canada and U.S. collaboration with the Maple Leaf and the Silver Eagle, which was awesome. And not to mention the 2019 Enhanced Reverse Proof Silver Eagle. And might I mention also the W Mint Lincoln Cents and the nickel that you could get out of the Proof sets and Mint sets in 2019 and 2020 respectively. Yet people are dog shitting him, over stupid stuff like, hey, you didn't, the website's, taking a dump and all that. It's like, sure, it's taking a dump because this is all the popular shit. And now we're sitting here, we're trying to say it's okay to do a pre-sale. It's okay to do a subscription program. And I've been a proponent of this up until the U.S. Mint royally bends you over the table and screws you to no end. It's like, I just spent $400 on this bullshit here, and this is going to be coins that's probably going to drop in value. They're goddamn gorgeous, but for crying out loud, Mint, do the right damn thing. If you are going to be a business entity that works with the government and you accept payments for shit, you gotta listen to the customer base. You gotta listen to us and give us what we want. We want this. We don't want it in 2024.